Your rough day.
This is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises. We are taking a look at the underside of a deck that we're reconstructing. We're over here in the coast in Pacifica, redoing 2 waterproof decks, redoing the railing. But what I wanted to do is give you a little view of what happens here. This is the blocking that we typically put in for a railing system, and you can see here those are 4x6 blocks. They're held in with 835 clips. They've got engineered screws on the side and a few other little goodies that we do to lock these in, and we put it all across the entire deck. So no matter where our railing goes, we're into solid, what I call engineered blocking here, and this is a critical detail for putting in railings that are designed to go with our railings and meet the load force calculations, as well as having a high integrity here for ultimately waterproofing. So you can see that blocking all the way down here across this deck. The other thing here, you saw some earlier videos, you can see what we had to do here. We have joists that are sistered up to the original joist in order to create an aggressive 1/4 inch per foot slope. This was never put in properly on this deck, so water didn't drain properly, so we've been able to raise the whole deck up. And we have an engineered detail that's all done with engineered screws and connection joints here. So there's been a lot of work that's been going into this. And I'll give you a view, by the way, of the upper deck. Let's walk up the stairs and we can let you see what the upper deck looks like now that the lid is on. And what I mean by that is the plywood. It took quite a bit of effort to kind of get to this. Oh, look at those spectacular views. Unbelievable. The door is out, and as are the 3 doors. You can see that we're working on our flashing detail. This deck is all screwed and glued. It's an A-grade flooring underlayment grade, the deck. You can see our flashing going in, and then ultimately we'll put our Duradeck waterproof membrane. It'll come up from the deck, up the vertical rise, onto the subfloor, and the door will be seated on top of that, and a piece of door pan flashing, and you'll never have any leak problems here. That's the proper way to do it. I'll also point something else out. You see the nice drop here? There's a good 3.5, 4 inches. That's the way a deck should be constructed that's waterproof, because you get wind-driven rain that comes in and wants to slosh, and you see so many decks where the threshold is basically, for all practical purposes, almost level with the deck, and people wonder why they get leaks, because water wants to force its way underneath the threshold and the door system. So we would never construct a deck that way. So this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with another waterproof deck project. And by the way, the house next door has got 2 leaking decks, evidently done by the same builder, all the same problems that this particular house had, but they're all getting fixed. We had also water that was coming, see if I can get a picture here, down the side wall from this leaking deck, and actually it looks like it was probably going into the top header of the window over there, because that window was leaking. But all of this is getting put back together. So this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with another waterproof deck project. Thank you.